Hello and welcome back, or welcome for the first time if you've never been here before. Today what I'm doing is a March favorites video, so I'm just going to be showing you all my favorite things from the month of March. I'm going to have different categories and they're probably going to stay the same from month to month. Right now I have makeup, skincare, movies, books, music, and games. And I'll keep all of those for the future months and then probably add in like another category eventually. So let's get started. The first category is makeup, and for makeup this month I've really been liking, or loving, because it's favorites, the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon Palette. And this I got for my birthday from my cousin, and I love it for two reasons. One is the adorable packaging, and two is that there's some really nice colors in there. Look at that. They're really nice. And they're really pigmented. I really like Earl Grey down here. It's a really nice one, I think. And I haven't been able to use Totally Fetch yet. I feel like it's a little too crazy for me, but I'm gonna try it and try it out and see how it goes. I feel like I'm just gonna look insane. My second makeup favorite is from MAC, and it's this color right here called Floof. And the reason that I like it is because it's this very shimmery shade, as you can see. And it's just really great for highlighting your brow bone or your inner corners. And yeah, I've been using it pretty much every day along with the Chocolate Bonbons palette. And I love them. Next up is skincare. And for skincare, there have been two things that I've been really loving this month. One is this Coco Sweet Recipe Pumpkin by Dearberry. Got a little cat on it. Look at the cute packaging. I think it's adorable. It's this weird pumpkin mask that is kind of like, I don't know if you can see the texture of it, but it's kind of like spongy. Like mousse. It's like a chocolate mousse. I love chocolate mousse. But it's like an orange mousse, I guess, or a pumpkin mousse, because it's pumpkin. But this just does a really great job. Whenever my cheeks start to feel dry when the weather's cold, I just put some on there. And in March here, the weather was still pretty cold. So yeah, I was using that like weekly. Still am using it weekly because even though it's April, it's still pretty cold. My skin gets dry. I used to use it, or I do use it because I'm currently using it. I use it in conjunction with this mask, and this is the Volcanic Pore Clay Sparkling Heating Mask. I can't say that without looking at it, so I'll just show it. And this is by SkinDeco, and it is a replenishing volcanic ash mask. And I'll show you what it looks like. It's just kind of like this brown mask, and it's pretty much a clay mask. And I love putting this on my nose. Like, even if my cheeks are dry, my nose doesn't normally get dry. It's kind of oily, so I put this on there, and then I put the pumpkin one on the rest of my face. And this just like takes all the gunk out of your nose, which sounds gross, but it's great. My nose feels so smooth and clean afterwards. All right, on to the next category, which is movies. So for movies, I only saw 2 movies this month. And the first was Only Yesterday, which is the Studio Ghibli film, and the other was Batman vs. Superman. I didn't care too much for Batman vs. Superman, but I really liked Only Yesterday, so that is my favorite movie for the month that I saw. Yeah, I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. I don't know where you can see it anymore. Probably on DVD if it comes out, or if it's out, I don't know. Is it on DVD? Only Yesterday?
It will be eventually.
But it's not yet, right?
Not yet, no.
Except in Japanese.
Oh, yeah.
It's on DVD in Japanese.
Yeah, it came out like 20 years ago.
If you want to get it in Japanese. But if you want it in English, you gotta wait a little while. But I highly recommend that movie. Very good. And if you're older, it's like, you can see yourself in it a little bit. Alright, on to books. So for books, I saw, well, this kind of joins with movies because last month or 2 months ago, I saw the movie Howl's Moving Castle, and I loved it, and so I wanted to read the books because everyone online was saying, read the books, it's like, when you read the books, the movie makes more sense, and everything's just like, oh. So it's like, okay, I'll read the books. So I went to the library, and I hadn't been to the library in forever, but I went there to get these books, and it's a 3-book series, and I didn't know that when I first got it. I thought it was just 1 book because they only made the movie for 1 book. But it turns out there's 3, and I wish they would have made movies for all 3 books because I would have gone and seen all of them. But the books, I think it's my favorite book series now. Got them from the library, so if you have a library near you, check it out. They probably have it. It took mine though. They didn't have it at my actual library, so they had to ship it from another library, and it took like 3 weeks. But yeah, I read all 3 books. I loved them, and yeah, they're definitely one of my favorite book series now. They're just the way they're written. It's great. So, the books were Howl's Moving Castle, Castle in the Air, and then House of Many Ways. And the first and the last one both have, if you've seen the movie Howl's Moving Castle, they both have Sophie and Howl and Calcifer. And the second one, Castle in the Air, the main character is another guy, but all the other characters are still kind of in there, so it was really cool. You don't have to read the second one, but I really loved the second one too. Now, a second favorite for books, I've been reading a lot in March. My second favorite for books is the Selection series. I had started reading that a long time ago when it first came out, and then I picked it up again. I was like, man, how did I never finish these books? And it's because I finished the second one, and I was waiting for the third one to come out, and it wasn't coming out for like 4 or 5 months or something like that. And I got impatient, and I just gave up on like stalking it. And then I forgot about it because I was reading them all on my Kindle. And then I just went to the library again, and I was like, do you have these books? And they're like, yeah. So I got all the Selection books from the library, and now I'm just waiting for the final one to come out, but it's supposed to come out in May. And the author is going on a book tour, but she's not coming to Chicago, which is sad because, I mean, we're a big city. Why don't you come? But anyways, I think like they're making a movie out of it, or well, they tried to make 2 movies out of it, but the first 2 times failed, and this is the 3rd time that they're trying to make a movie out of it, and I really think that they should do an open call for it, and they should have like a selection for the selection. I think that would be really cool. So if you read the Selection books, comment down below if you would like send in your picture and your kind of like survey thing, resume for the selection for the selection. Yeah, I think it would be good for publicity, because people would be like, oh yeah, look at this, there's an open call for this movie, and people who haven't even read the books would be into going to an open call, but it would be like, they could call it a selection instead of an open call. I would go. Music is next. So for music, there have really only been 2 songs that I've been really liking lately. I don't know, I tend to get like obsessed with songs, and then I just play them over and over again, and then everybody else gets tired of them. But that's how I am. So the 2 songs are both by Gwen Stefani, and the first one is the song Used to Love You, and the second is Make Me Like You. So I just think they're both really catchy, and if you haven't heard them yet, go listen to them. I'll leave the links down below. Now for the final category, games. And the only game I've really been playing, kind of like an insane amount, is Stardew Valley. And I got it for my birthday, which was at the end of February, and I've just been playing it like non-stop all through March, ever since I started like my spring break, and now I'm just like, ever since then I've just been playing it every single night pretty much. And I'm in winter of my first year. If you play Stardew Valley, comment down below and tell me what season you're in, and if you bought the Joja Mart membership or not, because I didn't, and now I've got like all the, all the community bundles or whatever. I got a few of them done, but I really want to get the bus working again, and there's just too much stuff to get the bus working again, and I feel like it's gonna take me forever. But I love that there's just so much to the game. If you guys have ever played Harvest Moon and you haven't heard of Stardew Valley, check it out, because I love the Harvest Moon games, and now I love Stardew Valley. There's also another game, but I'll talk about that at another point. I'm also going to start playing Final Fantasy Online, but I don't know if that's going to be a favorite yet, so we'll see next month. Next month if that pops up in the favorites, because it's really good. If not, then I probably didn't like it. Either that or I hadn't played it. Those are all my monthly favorites for the month of March. I hope this helped you out a little bit, and maybe you found some new stuff that you want to listen to or read. Or the good thing is reading is free at the library, so you don't even have to like buy anything. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a little thumbs up and subscribe down below, because then I can put out more monthly favorites videos. And I also want to do a spring room decor kind of thing, like DIY stuff, and I'm working on that right now. I've got two DIYs in mind, but I really like to have 3 for the video. And so that'll hopefully be the next video coming out, besides the Try It Tuesday. Oh, and again, if you have any things that you want me to try for Try It Tuesday, put that in the comments down below. And thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye! Why is he crying?
I don't know. He wouldn't answer my foot.
He wouldn't answer your foot?
He wouldn't answer my foot.
Oh, okay.
No, he's like that,
And it's very sparkly. I don't know what else to say about this. Bye. I always do that weird bye. 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 How do I make my head look smaller? So, I'm gonna have, I say so too much. I always do weird things after the camera is done filming me. So, thank you so much. I say so way too much. Make it stop, make it stop. What else can I say? Then finally, the final category. Finally, the final category. Okay. Is that his face? That's like an ugly sad face. That's like my ugly cry face. Bye.